Hey guys, quick video. Let's talk about Ayala Corp. What is the chart telling us based on what's happening on the stock? I got so many questions from all of you asking, is Ayala Corp gonna go up? Why is it not going anywhere? In this video, we will focus on what the charts are telling us and whether you should buy, sell, avoid, or if you own the stock, should you continue to hold? That and more. Check this video out. Hi everyone, this is Marvin Germo. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and smash that bell so you get updated every time I create new content about the stock market. I create daily videos so that you guys can nitpick, select, and trade with confidence. So I hope that you guys learn a lot from the rest of this video. Hey guys, so this will be just a purely technical analysis video. I'm gonna talk a bit about the fundamentals, not much, not into detail, but I just want to show you the progression of where it's headed, where the stock is headed based on what the charts are telling us. But this will be more in-depth. I'm gonna use basically just support and resistance, some candlesticks, then just the trend line. Because if you notice my style and my narrative, I can analyze the stocks without using indicators, without using any other parameters, because when I started investing, basically, I was just using support and resistance. Those were the first things that I used. Those were the first things that I've memorized. Those are the first things that I've gotten accustomed to. That's why when I started adding other tools to my arsenal, I started adding other parameters that will help me, other indicators, other parameters that will allow me to pick volume or momentum. I still would always revert to support and resistance because that's what I know the most. And if there's one thing also that I want you guys to get from this is basically you don't have to use every parameter out there. You just have to know what works for you. You just have to know what, based on the risk that you're willing to take, the rewards that you're willing to get, the timeline that you have, plus the stocks that you're willing to buy and the money that you're willing to allocate, what fits you, because what works for me will not work for you. So I'm just showing you that this will work even if you're just using support and resistance. It's not about how much you know, but how you find something that works for you and allocate money off of it. So enjoy the rest of the video. Hey guys, so let's talk about Ayala Corp. I got tons of questions from all of you asking what's happening to the stock. Is there something wrong? Is there something changing? Is there something shifting? Why is it not moving up? Is there something fundamentally bad about it? Please remember, this video is just focusing on the technicals of the stock. This video is all about what the charts are saying, because as you all know, for trading, my technique, my narrative is all about technical analysis, because everything you need to know is found on what the charts are telling you. That being said, also let me address the question about fundamentals. Please remember, Ayala Corp is a fundamentally sound company, and it's well diversified from water, banking, to property development, to telecommunications. Now they're dabbling into construction, energy. They also have exports on chips. They're into hospitals. Pretty much, if you want a large exposure to the Philippine economy, Ayala Corporation is one way for you to segment it and actually have exposure to the GDP. So if you want to get something that exposes you to different types of industries, then Ayala Corp is the way to go. If you want exposure to different segments in the economy, meaning you want representation as to where the GDP is headed, Ayala Corp will give you a good snapshot of it, especially with Ayala Land exposed to property development, then BPI in the banking industry, then Globe into telecommunications. That alone is a very, very large chunk already of the Philippine economy, or they produce a large amount of jobs, a large amount of income as well. That being said, please remember this, that the movement of the stock over the short term does not always reflect what the company is, what the fundamentals are. Please also remember that a long downward push of the stock might also be because the stock is overvalued and it has gone up for a large amount of time already. So over the short term, stocks move based on price actions. Stocks move based on what people see in the news. Stocks move. There's so many things that could cause the stock price to go down over the short term, meaning interest rates, what's happening in the global markets, what's happening in the US-China trade war, what's happening in ASEAN, inflation, etc. So that being said, it does not normally reflect what's happening in the company from a fundamental level. But here's what's interesting about it, and if you've read so many books about stock investing or at least watched so many videos, the normal narrative is basically this: over the long term, the value of the stock, how awesome the stock is, will normally be reflected over the long term. It may not reflect it on a day-to-day basis, but if the company is good, it's supposed to hit where it's supposed to go, and that's how good companies work. That being said, let's now look at what the stock price is saying. Let's now look at what the charts is actually saying. So what I have here is a stock chart of Ayala Corp from October 2016 all the way to where we are today, November 2019. So we have around 2 plus years, 3 years plus of the chart move of the chart progression of Ayala Corp. If you notice it also, the lowest that it has ever hit, this was around December 2016, was around 600 600 around 689 pesos per share for the short term. But if I try to move back, yeah, that's the lowest already. The lowest is around, no, the lowest intraday was around 657 pesos for the short term. It has never gone below that point, as you can see in the chart, and the highest as of this point in time, highest point is around 1,100. So you can peg that it was around October 2017. So please note also, from October, November, December 2016, Ayala Corp already swinged in just 1 year. It swinged from, if I'll plot the lowest point to here, this is around 60, say 66% already. Please note also that if you would look at where the chart is right now, and if you've read my books, or if you've somehow got the context of a lot of my technical analysis videos, you know that there's three types of markets. You're seeing here that after, as you all know, when stocks drop or move, there's a third type of market, which is what you call a sideways market. So when stocks move massively, is what you've seen here, 60+% in less than a year. The next possible narrative is that if it moves up, probably it could be overvalued. If it's overvalued and the company is good, the normal narrative is, because the stock is good, it won't go down massively. But because the stock is also overvalued, there's a possibility that it might not go up for years unless there's something compelling that will cause buyers to come in and buy the stock at a certain duration. So if you notice it also, looking at the charts, it tried to attack again and go up. This is from October all the way to February 2018. So for almost 5 to 6 months, it tried to break this resistance, but mostly valuations wise, growth wise, people did not see it as something that was an attractive buy all above 1,100. So there's one thing that I know: technical analysis does not forecast. Technical analysis does not talk about valuations. Technical analysis does not tell you if it's cheap or expensive. But what we do know is, around the 1-1 level, we do know that a lot of investors think it's already expensive, hence the sell down. Hence, no one wants to buy it above the 1-1 level. So that being said, also the stock started to break down after that area, after that movement. As it started to break down, once it started to break down from the 1,000 level, it now started another consolidation move, which is something that's much longer. By the way, no, if you guys are enjoying this, I'm trying to do something more in depth, instead of just doing 10 plus minutes talking about a lot of charts. I'm now discussing this in a more in-depth manner, so you get to at least analyze it and know what's happening in the charts, because that's my goal. I want to educate you. But if you want this type of format also, where you get more deeper analysis on how the stock will go, because if you notice me, my style basically is, I just am buhay na ako, support and resistance lang eh. All of the other indicators are just a bonus for me. But just by using support and resistance, I'm okay. I'm good already. And I can win in the market. So that being said, the breakdown happened around 1,000. After that, it now started to consolidate again from 838 to 1,000. This started from March 2018 all the way to November, just a couple of days ago, November 19, 2019. So we had the sideways range from 1,040 to around 1,000, in a period of, say, this was 6 months, probably 18 months. Yeah, 18 months that it wasn't moving also nowhere. The larger sideways trend is at the resistance is at 1-1, but
After the breakdown from the 1,000 area, you see the stock start to consolidate again, but at a much smaller consolidation level. It tried to attack it again last January 2019, then again last July, but this resistance at 1,000 is very, very evident. So if I will try to analyze the movement down, it's basically this. Number one, it's the movement down is its failure to break out of the 1,000 level. Number two, if I'll try to draw a short-term movement here, it now looks like a stock that's headed toward a short-term downward push. If I'll try to make the trend line more valid, it looks like this. Now, so you have a short-term downward progression, which if you look at it, the short-term downward projection was strong enough to break the 8,040 level. And if you look at it even further, the short-term downward projection is most likely on its way down to the support at 765. So this also shows you that we have a support at 765, and what we do know is this: the 840 support level did not hold. If the 840 support level does not hold, the next possible narrative, the next possible place for it to go is at 765 pesos per share for the short term. So a couple of things you can get from this is this: if the selling would continue, as you all know, the stock is currently breaking down still. The major trend is still sideways, but you have a short-term downward motion where it's causing it to break down. So possible narrative is the stock starts to retrace downward, and it tries to hit the 765 support level. So that being said, you can watch this. What will happen when the stock hits 765? Because if it hits 765 and it starts to bounce, this could be a possible buying opportunity for quick traders. If it hits that level, here's the possible upside that you could possibly get. It's a 9% swing. However, if this does not hold also for the short term, the possible area where this could go is you could possibly see this continue, and if this does not hold, it could just drop down further here to where the support is at this level. So that being said, these are areas that you need to watch out for. But why is the stock not going up? It's just basic technical analysis. It failed to break out the 1,1 level. It failed to break out of 1,000. It did it 3 times. And number 4, it failed to hold the 840 level. So basically, if you'd analyze Ayala Corp is a good company. But over the past few years, because it went up massively last 2017, it's now sideways. The reason why it's not going up is basically because at the sideways level, it failed to break out of 1,1. It failed to break out of 1,000. Then it broke down from the 840 level. Now, the next support that will protect it is at 765. If 765 does not hold, the next sideways range will be 765 to 840. If 765 does not hold, the stock will drop to 680 pesos as well. So this is something that you could segment if you are a position or quick trader. I hope that you've written down the support and resistance levels that I've posted. For those who are watching this, and it may seem that this is all jargon, all of this are in my books, Stock Smarts book series. I'll try to put a video of this at the start or at the end of this video, so you get at least to reference it as well. I don't know when the next Stock Smart sessions will be for those who want to learn in a classroom setting, but I do hope that you guys learn a lot from this. I do hope that you guys get something from this, and I comment Ayala Corp if this gave you a firmer conviction on how are you supposed to approach Ayala Corp. Comment AC if you're gonna buy it. Comment avoid still if you don't want to buy Ayala Corp based on this video.
I hope you guys learned a lot. I'm also plugging my books. They're all in Shopee for those who want to learn more. If this looks all jargon to you, you don't know what support and resistance is, you don't know how to read the charts yet, all of my 5 books are foundational for if you don't know how to start investing in the market yet, you don't know what stocks to buy, when to buy, how to pick them, or you can't attend the seminars yet, or you're out of the country, or you just want to order it. Everything's via Shopee, and if you want to give it as a gift this Christmas, that's the whole intent of it. It's not just about buying something that will entertain people, it's also giving something that will help them and educate them as well. So I guess that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you, pushes you, nudges you to take it a step further in your finances, that you can win, you can trade the markets with confidence, that you get to live your life at your own terms. Do not let the noise of what you see outside to hinder you from living your life at your own terms. So that's it for now. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.